and Judy Love.
Happy Friday. Welcome to your final Loose Women of the Week. And I warn you, Judy's in a cheeky mood. Loads to come today to get your weekend started, including, as Bakel's Prue Leaf says she lets her husband John choose her clothes. We'll be asking whether you'd ever let your partner dress you. Olivia is going to be sharing some style secrets about some of her more daring outfits. And also, not one, not two, but three Strictly stars are here. Revealed the backstage. Oh, look at them. The backstage secrets from the tour. And they put us to the dance floor test. And he sold millions in the noughties. But then Daniel Bedingfield disappeared from the spotlight after coming close to death in a horrifying crash. But he is returning to the stage and he is with us live at 1 o'clock. First, though, this is making news on a lot of the papers today. This is Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who is vowing to cut down on what he calls a sick note culture, announcing a plan for GPs to lose the power to sign people off work, with specialist teams instead making that decision. So, Judy, do you feel that we need a crackdown?
I mean, we need a crackdown on this government, if I'm honest. The lack of empathy, compassion and that they have for people in the world right now, or in the UK, is unreal. Like, I understand there can be issue when it comes to business and stuff, but instead of talking about this sick note, why don't they look at the issues why people are so sick or taking the time off? You know, we've come through the word that people don't like to say, the pandemic. We went through COVID, and I think this is just like the aftermath of people being fed up, of people going through anxiety, depression, going through all this situation that we wasn't really allowed to talk about. And I think what he should be doing is some initiative around finding places for peace and healing. We've got no housing. We've got issues in our, NHS. We've got so much things going on that no wonder people are getting themselves signed off or being signed off for actual medical issues.
I mean, I guess what he would say is, there's 2.8 million people who are economically inactive. He seems to be... He says he's not disregarding mental health needs, but that perhaps some people are using mental health as a suggestion to sort of be off work sick, and we need to get a little bit tougher on it. And maybe, too many other people are carrying the load. I'm only trying to present the other point of view.
I think it's causing trouble.
Friends that run businesses and they struggle with the amount of people who are off work. If you're running a business and half your staff are not coming in for various reasons, it's obviously going to be problematic. But like Judy said, I think we have to look at why people are not going into work. And say, for example, people are not going into work or getting signed off for being sick and they're not sick. Why have we got this culture why people feel so uninspired to work? Because they feel like they've lost the race before they even start. We are being taxed up to the eyeballs. You can't see where your money's going. You can't get a doctor's appointment. You can't get a dentist appointment. I think it's hard for people to feel, oh, yeah, I want to go in and work. I feel like I'm working towards something. I think they feel like they're working towards nothing.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you do wonder... You do wonder if this is the right message right now, to be... It feels like it's a throwback to 10 years ago, when, austerity was kicking in, etc., cracking down on people, whereas maybe people need a bit of hope.
Yeah. Exactly, and it feels to me... Is it election? Is it election? It feels like he's preaching to his people, and it's very, it's marvellous, let's do a good old crackdown, let's get everyone back into work. And I agree wholeheartedly with both what Liv and Judy says. Whether we like it or not, we went through something massive. And we were all firefighting in different ways through those 2 years, and then we all came back, everyone was rushing to get everything back to exactly how it was. And I believe any kind of suppression, whether it's with your mental health, physical health, it comes out eventually. And I think rather than saying, let's get more sick notes, he says that he's not dismissing mental health. In my area, the CAMHS waiting list has been shut down.
This
if you have a child that's struggling with their mental health, you can't even get on the list.
And actually, on all of the mental health waiting list, there's 1.9 million people waiting to be seen on mental health waiting
and he's talking to his people, and his people don't understand understand what the people of the nation is actually going through. And that's something that needs to be addressed.
It's interesting, though, isn't it, what you say about COVID, because everyone obviously had their own experience going through it differently, but I think there probably was a period that we all wanted to go, let's not talk about it, let's put it behind us. But it's like any trauma, and it was a collective trauma, at some point you kind of have to unpack it a little bit and look at it and say, all right, what effect did that have and how do we try and restore?
Teens. You know, I mean, both our girls were 18, weren't they? And that is the time for real development. You're supposed to fly, you're supposed to take risks for the frontal lobe to develop, and they just had to stay in. And certainly my girls have said, it has had an effect. It's knocked our confidence. We feel like we're supposed to be just back where we were supposed to be. And all of these things, I don't think you can separate mental health and physical health. It can manifest itself in all sorts of ways. The very, very last thing I wanted to hear from Rishi today was cracking down on people that might be taking time sick.
OK, well, listen, let's change the mood. Showbiz news. And in case you hadn't heard, global superstar Taylor Swift has released her new album, The Tortured Poets Department. Now, the album supposedly focuses on the breakup of her 6-year relationship with actor Joe Alwyn, which came to an end last year, with one track even called The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Ooh. Ouch. But Olivia, do you have a right to kind of speak out about your ex if it hasn't ended too well?
I like to share. We all know this
and that's why we love you.
Perfect newswoman.
Yeah. I like to talk about things. I think talking's helpful and, not in a wide... Well, I should say that I talk on here, but not in a wide sense, but my best friends, my really close circle, in terms of exes, they know sexual kinks, blood type, whether they're breastfed. I mean, there's nothing we don't discuss.
About processed food that we're given to try.
we unpack it all.
Do they want to hear it? Or
they hear it against their will a lot of the time. But I like to talk about things, especially things that were painful or upsetting. I think talking about them can be very healing. I don't know.
Well, working out what's gone on before in the previous relationship, hopefully, is supposed to help us with the next relationship.
But does it?
But so far, it's a little bit,
Because unless you're with somebody that's truly awful, like coercive control, domestic violence, all that, parking, all of that, if you're just with somebody, you're both fairly decent people, and you break up, you've both got to look at why that is. It's never just one person's fault.
No.
And so by doing that and going into the minutiae, you learn. And men, I believe, on the whole, in general, caveat, don't talk in the same way that women do, in the depth. So that's why they never learn anything and had to be better in relationships.
Do you know, it's interesting that, because I would always have agreed with you, because, I mean, generally, caveat, whatever we're saying there, we say that men don't talk so much. Maybe they don't need to talk as much as us. Because as women, we always think, we talk and they don't talk. Maybe they don't need to talk. Maybe they deal with it in a different way, which we need to respect.
So how do they deal with it?
Well, I mean...
Just carry on in the same way?
Well, no, I don't know. How does Brad deal with it?
I wish I could tell you. But I think you are right. I think... generalising again massively, women like to talk about things, and I think on the whole men need less. I think for their health, and we know all about what happens when men don't have anyone to talk to. I think they need to talk to someone, but not to the extent we do. I mean, I think I still talk about, me and my friend get on the phone, we're talking about a girl I went to school with over 20 years ago in detail. We just like to rehash things, and I think that's what a lot of women love. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm glad we were at the same age. We would have been a nightmare together. This is exactly what I'm like.
You two are big sharers. You're so interesting, Judy, because you appear to be a big sharer, but actually you're very careful about what you share.
You know what? I do share things, but I think sometimes the people that have either done things that have hurt me or, exes or things that don't serve me no more, I don't feel they deserve my energy, So... So I wouldn't talk about them publicly. I wouldn't, try and shame them on whatever. I would probably have a conversation at a time with my friends. Definitely going through it, I'd have that emotional outlet. But I think my journey in regards to relationships, I'm realising even if I come to my friends, I'm going on about it. At the end, ultimately, it's going to be me making a decision. And I've learned that for me to be able to have good relationships with a man, intimate, loving,
Right, here we go, we're off.
Relationship. I need to be able to take accountabilities for the actions that I've had in previous relationship. Whether
How
they were
come
a
you
good
making
man...
that sound so sexy?
No, but I'm
You've got to take accountability.
I've got to take accountability. Some of the relationships were not good because of the person that I chose to be with. And that might be because of where I was in my life. So there's only so much I can have a conversation with friends about it. And also, I like to protect the ones that I love, whether it's the friends, whether it's relationships, whether it's family, whether it's work colleagues. So I think for my people around me, my inner circle, they will realise, like, I protect them. When I come to you, which you don't know, I come to you about personal stuff, you realise Judy doesn't really talk about that with anybody else, so you know the value of our relationship, and I think that's what's important to me.
I mean, I think everything that you say is very sensible, but it's so delicious to deconstruct.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I get into the juice, boo. I don't want to get it twisted.
But, you know, we're just different personalities and we deal with things in different ways, you know. I mean, God, the things I could... No, I won't.
Yes, do.
No. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
I'm Scottish.
Yes. I think I'm Scottish as well.
I think you are. Yeah.
I know your hips are Jamaican, but anyway.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Thank you.
What earth you're referring to?
Watch my story from last week and you'll know.
After the break, Bakel's Pruleith reveals that she does fashion shows for her husband in outfits that he buys for her. Olivia will be revealing nearly all about this red carpet outfit that caused a stir and what her husband Brad had to say about it. We will see you after this. Welcome back. Coming up, Strictly Pros, Gorka, Nancy and Graziano join us live, revealing how they have been supporting their fellow pro, the wonderful Amy Dowden. And I think she's on the show next week, actually, Amy. But it's competition time first. And come on, we need a row. The lines are closing in just a matter of hours, so if you want to be in with a chance of winning £72,000 cash and gadgets worth £8,000, then Josie has all the details you need. No, we've done the woo, Judy. Josie has all the details you need to enter.
Hello, I'm in the beautiful Bradford-on-Avon and I'm checking out all those little beauty spots for you in the southwest just in time for the summer. We've got my captain, David, at the end. Give us a wave, Dave. Let me tell you about our incredible competition. It all kicks off with this. £72,000 in tax-free cash could be yours to spend on whatever you like, but we're not stopping there. Oh no, we're also throwing in an £8,000 tech bundle. There's household cleaning essentials from Shark, including a pet vacuum cleaner, plus loads of Apple goodies. We've got all the latest kitchen gadgets from Ninja, from an air fryer to an ice cream maker, plus a £1,000 John Lewis voucher. That's a combined prize total of £80,000. But you need to act fast on this, guys, because lines close today. So pick up the phone, get the entry in. It literally takes a couple of minutes. Here's all the details. Good luck. For another chance to win, text WIN to 86060. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 786060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to DY12 PO Box 7 558 Derby DE10NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close today at 3 p.m. Good luck.
Now, she knows her stuff when it comes to soggy bottoms, but apparently Bake-Off judge Pruleith puts her sense of style down to her husband, John. She says that he's addicted to buying her clothes online, adding, often we'll be going to bed and he'll say, before you take your bra and pants off.
Does that give anyone the ick?
And then we have this little parade. What's wrong with you?
If Mark said to me, before you take your bra and pants off, I'd be calling him a cab.
And you don't wear any, so you wouldn't be able to do it.
What's wrong with that?
What is it,
I don't know. Does it give anyone the ick? Yeah. You lot are weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Judy and I are loving it.
I heard take off. I was like,
No, it's the fashion show bit I don't like.
Oh, right.
Like, if Brad said that to me, I'd be like, what do you know?
Yeah.
Or do you not take his opinion at all?
No.
No, OK.
But he doesn't offer it, and then I kind of stopped asking a while ago because I just got the same response. Like, and I always said to him, would you actually tell me if something looked terrible? Because I don't know if he would, because I think it just delay him getting to dinner, and he's hungry. So I should do a test, shouldn't I? And just wear, you know, I don't know, something really weird and see if he, like, 2 wrong shoes. He'll be like, yeah, great, ready.
Yeah. So do you two not care what each other wear?
I care what he wears deeply.
Deeply.
He's very relaxed about that.
Right.
Like, the picture you trailed before from the Brits, everyone was saying to me, on the night and the next day, what did Brad say when you said you were, because my nipple was showing? Oh, my God.
It's not that saying.
And I was like, it's not something that we, you know, had a boardroom about. I didn't consult with him. I didn't call up to get permission. It's my nipple. I was just like, I grew them, but I actually bought this set, so they are mine. I've got the receipt.
She grew the nipples and she bought the suit.
Oh. Yeah. I bought the nipples too, because I got a new set when I got the second boobs. Yeah, I went in.
I love it.
You look incredible in that outfit.
$1 million.
I mean, how do you feel in that outfit?
A little bit of chafing, but comfortable.
I bet you feel like you can rule the world.
Powerful. I just, you know, it was the Brits. I wanted to do something different, something, you know, I didn't want to wear a dress or a long... I wanted to, you know, the Brits is edgy and people do, you know, powerful, different looks. So many iconic moments, the Brits.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had the jacket on for the reason that when I was sat down to eat dinner and watch the show, I didn't want to, you know, feel completely naked. So I didn't... Compared to some stuff I've worn in the past...
You didn't want to drop something on your nipple, did you?
No! It was white lace as well. It's very unforgiving to eat dinner in. So once I'd done the carpet, the jacket was done up and it was long. It was almost like a dress jacket. But I felt good in it.
There's always that question that's asked, and I don't even know if it's a good question to ask, who are you dressing for? There's always an assumption that women in particular... We don't ask men who they're dressing for, do we? But we often ask women who they are dressing for. Yeah. I mean, who are you dressing for?
I think now I dress for myself, and I dress for probably anybody else that sees their self in me, whether that's size, you know, whether it's shape or whatnot, you know, because the reality we are in the public eye, so, you know, that will always be some kind of influence or encouragement to others. But I think before, when I was younger, I can't say for everybody, but I would say most women would probably have dressed when they're going out raving to catch the eye of somebody, isn't it? It's about feeling as sexy as
there's you, Judy.
You know, that was...
Hang on, let's see more young Judy.
Can we see more young Judy? You know, that blew off the shot. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I was...
God, what age would you be there?
That age there was slim. I don't know what age. And that age was slimmer, yeah. I mean, that was a good... I mean, 27, I was about 27, although anything and everything was possible. But I think now I just dress for myself and what makes me feel good, which I think ultimately you learn that's what, you know, attracts people. You know, if you meet a man and I think he takes an interest in your outfit, that's fine. If he says, babes, I think this is nice because it's showing off your sexy legs, or I love this part of your décolletage. What's this called up there? The décolletage something. If he likes that and he's able to point it out, and, you know, you then get more confidence. And obviously he's actually taking, you know, he's really understanding your body, and I think that's quite attractive.
If you've got a girls' night, though, do you dress for what you know your particular friends like you in?
No.
That's a good question.
I do.
Do you?
I'm trying to back it up.
Like, whenever I see Jane... No, but it's like whenever I see Jane, I always wear a nice jumper, and she always wears a nice jumper. We just because we always
Seriously?
like...
So you can have
not like
a jumper off.
I find my the other day when I came into the office and you said, "Oh, I like your shoes," I said, "Oh, I put these on because I knew you'd like these shoes."
Yeah, that's really
I do
Well,
that.
whenever you see me, you haven't ironed it. What does that
Because I know most of the time you're in your dressing gown.
Or somebody else's dressing gown.
We're quite similar.
If I've been lucky,
Yeah. Who do you dress for?
I absolutely dress for me, I think. And I don't think I ever have dressed for male attention because I've never been confident that I get it. So do you know what I mean? That sounds pathetic, doesn't it? No, I don't mean to sound...
for 20-something years, please.
No, I don't mean to sound pathetic, but, do you know what I mean? You don't enter a race that you don't think you're going to win.
No, but you have amazing legs, and you've always got attention for your legs.
Well...
When we go out, it's my boobs and your legs, so I'd be like this, and she'd be like that.
We should do that thing, shouldn't we? Just one over the top. Oh, dear. Still to come. Talking of legs, Strictly Sensations, Gorka, Nancy... And they are going to be pairing up with us for the Loose Lindy Hop Challenge. Oh, my goodness. And...
This is my brother. That's my brother singing. Is there any way that I can stay in your arms?
Oh, how sweet is that? That was Natasha Bedingfield's reaction to hearing one of her brother Daniel's classic tunes. He is joining us live next to reveal how he feels about returning to the stage. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome to the rainforest.
To celebrate World Earth Day, Loose Women is going green with a very special show.
From the biggest indoor rainforest in the world.
To discuss if the way that we live, love, spend and socialise can help save the planet.
Monday on Loose Women. Welcome back to your Friday Loose Women Live. And a very happy birthday to our very own Dame Kelly Holmes. Oh, there she is. Very happy return from all of us. Now, she sent us this picture this morning showing us how she's celebrating turning 4014. Work that out if you like. She is incredible, isn't she? I taught her everything she knows. Anyway, here with me for the next half hour, it is Olivia Atwood-Dack, Judy Love, Nadia Sawalha and me, Kaye Adams. And still to come today, a trio of Strictly stars. Gorka, Nancy and Graziano reveal why this year's tour will be the spiciest yet. But now, Daniel Bedingfield was one of the biggest pop stars of the noughties. Do you remember these?
I don't wanna run away, but I can't take it. I don't understand. If I'm not made for you, then why does my heart tell me that I am? And I'm never gonna leave your side. And I'm never gonna leave your side.
Well, now he's back. Please welcome Daniel Bedingfield. Such good memories flooding back.
I know,
tunes.
Amazing.
Oh, God, it's incredible. So now you're back out on tour?
Yeah.
Or about to go. How's that feeling?
It's lovely. My band is unbelievable. I cried about 5 times in the rehearsal yesterday.
Oh, gosh.
They're really, really good.
Not going well then.
But it must be emotional because, you know, where have you been?
Living life. I did the pop star thing from 9 years old till 24.
You started at 9 years old?
Wow.
I really was very focused. And then I had a car crash and I suddenly realised the first memory when I woke up is I'd like to try something very different. So done farming for myself, homesteading, like chickens and bees and fruit trees and food forests and ecological stuff, you know, regenerative.
Did you go completely off the grid for that?
I went to somewhere where nobody cares if you're famous, Los Angeles.
And that was straight, because that was like after you won the Brits, isn't it, in 2004?
I was in the hospital bed when I won that.
Wow.
Were you?
Yeah.
So what about that made you feel like, you know what, I'm reflecting on being in front of the camera and it's making me feel like you want to take a step back?
I realised that, you know this concept of manifestation where you dream it? I had this chat with that entity, whoever God is or universe, and the voice I got was, if you keep manifesting what you know, you're just going to keep living what you've had. Yeah. So I reset completely. I moved to a wildly different culture, LA, oh my gosh, and completely reimagined what I wanted for my life. And I've just sat with what do I want this next part of my life to be like. And so now I've come to some conclusions. Now I'm ready to try this again.
Right. So that incredible success that you were enjoying through, you know, hard work from a very young age, I mean, was that not what it appeared from the outside? Because I suppose anyone would have looked and thought, God, he's having the time of his life.
Yeah, I was. I just, I'm a little bit autistic and I don't like being recognised many, many, many times a day.
Right.
I find that really hard.
A lot, isn't it? Even if you just went for a coffee, a drink, you
All stimulus when it's too much of it, even too much chocolate, you know?
Yeah.
It's just overwhelming.
My dad always says success is a spike only a few should sit on. And I think it's along those lines of be careful for what you wish for, but getting there is like, the journey there is often the best bit. And
So it was
seems so
everything I
different.
wanted. And then I wanted something else. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
not that I didn't want it when I had it. I did have it. I had enough of it. And then I
what
wanted
makes
to
you think
feel
you
like
want it
being a
again,
person.
then?
Because I know who this person is, and I really like him.
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable inside this beautiful little boyish man.
And you're so talented because the thing is, with the music that you did, you did all genres, from being able to do pop, drum and bass, and then ballads. Like, did you expect to be propelled into that industry so quickly?
I aimed for it.
Right.
It doesn't mean it was going to happen, and when it did, I was delighted.
But you didn't pull away from music altogether, because, I mean, you've done a lot of songwriting in recent years, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done a lot, and I've got 20 years of songs ready to release. And the best thing about drum and bass and garage being back is I just take these songs that were maybe R&B or reggae,
Yes.
change the tempo slightly,
And you're there.
drum and bass.
Well, thinking of reggae, I read that your family lives in New Zealand and Jamaica.
So my London family is Jamaican, and my New Zealand family also lives here.
Lovely.
And so they would consider themselves Kiwis, hi, my family, and we would consider ourselves Jamaican, London Jamaican. And so, yeah, we've been one family for a long time.
Love that.
How's Natasha doing?
She's good.
Her song is everywhere at the moment.
I know.
Again, it feels like so nostalgic to hear that song. Every time on Instagram, any video you flick up, there it is.
It's amazing.
How is it being back in the industry with the whole Instagram side of things? And because when you were, at your height of fame, that wasn't part of it, was it? The social media and stuff.
So we hear a lot of negatives about social media. I'm so ADD, it sounds like amazing to me. It's never harmed my life at all. It doesn't take my life away from connection. I connect, and then I connect.
Yeah.
It's a democratization of, you don't wait for a record company, you build up your own thing. You put one track up now, it blows up, and you can get a record deal. It was actually taking the power out of the hands of a bunch of males and putting it in the hands of the people.
So is it, for want of a better word, is it easier now, or are there just different challenges for young
real
artists?
challenge is not everybody who's incredible at music has a personality that would look good on TikTok or has the energy to deal with the trolling, which is devastating right now. Never was this bad. Before you had very, very evil press people destroying you. And now you have loads of people who have no business talking about anything, just saying horrible stuff. And I think that's more damaging. But so I'm sure we can figure out something with technology and some way of screening negative things through AI. That's negative, flag it, don't even show the artist. But we just have to wait for technology to catch up.
What can I expect on your tour? Because I know your music background, you said one of the things that influenced you was the church, like that kind of music. What can we expect on your amazing tour?
So with the church thing, there's that connection with yourself, with the divine, and with each other singing. When I'm singing, I hear myself as a person. I'm hearing your voice, I know you're a person, and then I'm hearing us together and I know that we're one. So that part is very important to me in my music. On this tour, there'll be a lot of the old hits, and then this delicious bunch of music that I've been waiting to release for 20 years.
God, can't wait. Well, the tour starts this weekend.
Yeah.
And I hear that you have offered to provide the soundtrack for our next guest. Is this right?
Have I?
Let's
do it.
Yeah, a bit of beatbox.
When do you want? Now?
So, well, here we go. I'll do the intro. Back together anytime you want. Judy will be reunited with her Strictly partner, Luciano. And he's brought along two of his friends, Gorka and Nancy are here. They'll be joining us as we take to the floor for our very own loose Lindy Hop dancing challenge. We'll be showing off our moves after the break. Daniel Beddings will. Thank you so much. For a Strictly Pro, and then three of them come along at once. Please welcome dancing superstars Graziano De Prima, Nancy Zhu and Gorka Marquez. to see that we look very official sitting here, don't we? Nancy, have you got your laptop?
Yeah, I've got my laptop. I'm tapping.
You're tapping. So out on tour again, it's the Strictly tour. Be honest. Is it quite nice to get rid of the celebs and just do your thing yourself? Come on. Here's my boy.
Don't nice for the audience not have to watch them.
Don't get me
see you
wrong.
guys.
We love all be on tour with the celebrities and just celebrate like their series and what they achieve and everything. But I think this is kind of like opportunity to us to give back to the audience, you know, and share with them our love for dancing and what we can do best and just enjoy and have the best time with them.
Yeah, well, I mean, because when you see you guys, we've all had the privilege of seeing you kind of up close dancing. It is phenomenal. It really is. Because you're all champions and you're all right, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's also because we love our job. Being on Strictly, especially in this process, the professional tour, is a celebration of how lucky we are to be on Strictly and celebrate our passion for dancing. And even in rehearsal, we're in rehearsal right now, we're having a laugh. We're going full on, but we have time where we laugh, when we go, we help each other. We're gonna be on the road together. We're gonna have nice meals. Gorka gonna help us find the best restaurant in each city.
He's the best in the business.
Is he Mr. Food?
One who...
That's why I just go on tour just to go to different restaurants.
And what about you, Nancy? What's the best thing about being on tour?
I think it's just everything. Enjoying my moment with all my amazing friends, and we just having a laugh, genuine love, and enjoying what we do and what we share the same passion with. And it's a big thanks for the audience to supporting us during the whole seasons. And I think we're gonna have an amazing time together. Even now.
You're welcome to come and watch us.
You're welcome to come to watching us.
Obviously, I dance with Graziano. It's what you don't do. I don't think until you do, you understand how hard it is. How do you prepare to now go on tour for all of this time?
Oh, I mean, each of us. I mean, Gorka just
Different
came back
ways.
from
I just
Spain.
been on holidays.
I just finished my tour, so my body's like, when is vacation? But, you know, we're gonna have fun in the professional tour and we're gonna go for it. We're gonna have fun. And, you know, these 2 weeks prepare you physically and mentally.
Is it just 2 weeks? Is it just
Yes.
2 weeks?
Yeah, just 2 weeks.
To be ready to perform and be on
This
it.
is the hardest part now because we have to learn around like 35 numbers in like 5 days kind of thing. And then we're going to like a tech run when it's all lighting, sound, the band. And this is the hardest period. Once we are on the road, we're just doing 1-2 shows a day in front of like a lot of audience who every week makes the show being different and we just enjoy it.
Nancy, what I want to know, what's the outfit saying? Because it's supposed to be one of your sauciest tours.
Well, let me tell you, darling, the outfit is so far, I have just seen half of them. We haven't finished the all tryout yet, but I'm so looking forward. You know, when you rehearsal is one thing, but when you have the hair, makeup, outfit on, you just...
We're all doing this now.
I actually wants to wear the dresses. You know?
I have to say, like, for the 10 minutes that I did Strictly, one thing that I lived for was you coming in the morning, Nancy, because this girl's sense of style is off the... It was like, what's Nancy going to wear today? Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, it's great. But listen, you are kind of... You're a family, the Strictly family, and kind of we feel it on Loose Women. We're all sort of bonded with each other behind the scenes as well as on telly. And you've had some really difficult times recently as a Strictly family, haven't you? Obviously, the loss of Robin Windsor, and I know you're going to do a tribute dance, and Amy's going through a tough time at the moment as well. I mean, how do you kind of gather round each other when these things happen?
Well, I think it's... like you said, we are a family, you know, and I think, like, for example, the loss of Robbie, he was part of the family. Even, like, we didn't have the pleasure to be with him on the Strictly show, some of us.
I worked with him.
But he was with him on tour and everything, and I think it's, like, just a wonderful tribute to the person that he was, always a smiley. I have memories of him always being smiley when it comes to the show, have positive things for all of us. So it's just, the less we can do is celebrate him, you know, because wherever he's up there, he will be dancing with us.
Absolutely. I've got very good memory, beautiful memory with him. We did a tour together, and obviously, being in rehearsal, you know, we do lifts and stuff. Sometimes you're in pain. He will be always the last person to leave the room, even if it was so much pain and everything. And then, surprisingly enough, I did my tour, and one of my shirts was his pink shirt, and there was written Robin Every time I was wearing it, I had goosebumps. That's a nice memory. And, you know, sometimes things happen for a reason, so I'm always thinking of him. So, yeah.
You know, life is one of those things where it's forever changing, and obviously now you've had a new baby. Your baby's, what, 8 months old?
8 months and a half, little Tiago, yeah. It looks like he's 2 already. He's so chunky. It's like a rugby player. He's over there. Look at his cheeks.
What's it like now, Gorka, being a superstar daddy, dancing daddy, and two...
Tiring? More for the mum, because she's with them, you know, but...
I bet you can't wait to get on that tour, spread out in the bed.
I know, people always say, oh, it must be hard. I was like,
No.
It is, but I get my full night of sleep. Sorry, Gemma. She messages me like, when are you going to be back at home? And I was like, 6 weeks. Like, great.
Which one of your professional dancers would you trust to babysit?
All of them. All of them, yeah. Maybe Neil, no, because obviously Neil has now a so yeah. But all of them, every time they were like, Mia used to come to watch in Blackpool or the Pro Tour last year, they're all so lovely. They're all like very good with the kids and everything. So yeah, any of them. Probably more them than me.
I've got my auntie vibe already. I'm watching all of you guys have such a beautiful baby. I can't just bite them.
I think you'd have good fun with Auntie Nancy.
Sure.
Now, listen, the pros are about to put Olivia, Judy and Nadia through their paces as we launch the inaugural, and probably first ever and last, to be honest, Loose Lindy Hop Challenge. I'm going to be judging, and as we take to the floor and get ready, it is competition time. You've got less than 2 hours to enter. Here's Josie.
Hello and welcome to the Kennet and Avon Canal. We're just cruising down the canal on a canal boat here at about 4 miles an hour, checking in the beauty. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the life. And just imagine the life that you could have with this spring competition. We're giving away £72,000 in tax-free cash. It goes directly from our bank account into yours to spend on whatever you like. But we're not stopping there. Oh no, we've got an £8,000 tech bundle to give away. There's household cleaning essentials from Shark, including a pet vacuum cleaner, plus loads of Apple goodies. We've got all the latest kitchen gadgets from Ninja, from an air fryer to an ice cream maker, plus a £1,000 John Lewis voucher. That's a combined prize total of £80,000. It could all be yours, but you need to pick up the phone today because lines are closing today. Here's all the details. Good luck. For another chance to win, text WIN to 86060. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 786060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to DY12 PO Box 7 558 Derby DE10NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close today at 3 p.m. Good luck.
OK, it's time for a bit of showbiz sparkles now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Loose Lindy Hop Challenge. Our Strictly guests have been paired off with my loose colleagues. They have been practising their moves. The tension in the room is palpable, isn't it, audience? Yes. Each of them will dance together, and I will judge. I will judge who has impressed me most with their moves. Gorka is with Olivia, Nancy is with our Nads, and Judy is reunited with Graziano. Tell you the stakes are high. They are all fighting for this cup. Oh my God. Here we go. You are doing it for that. You're not getting that. You're getting that. Are you ready, dancers?
I've been friends for a long time, Kaye.
Take it away. display of talent and ability, and I have to say, in Judy and Graziano's case, raw sex. But there can only be one winner. The votes have been counted and verified. I know, it's tense. And I can now reveal my winner of the first inaugural Loose Lindy Hop Challenge 2024. The winner is...
We love you. I love you, Kate, very much.
Well, as you know, I am all about the girls, so the winners are Nancy and Nadia. Phillips, Strictly's Amy Dowden and Frank Skinner. Have the most fabulous weekend.